2015. He is in. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Well, the Nebraska Cornhuskers and Purdue Boilermakers played a wild game on a Saturday night. Wes Lafayette had almost 1,100 yards of offense. You had the feeling, Coach, the team with the ball at the end was probably going to win, and that's kind of the way it turned out.
Yeah, it went back and forth. It was a shootout. We talked about this week executing in all three phases of the game, and we knew there was a very explosive offense. We knew the quarterback was a good player. 6-year senior, didn't make mistakes, and he showed it last night. He made one mistake. He threw the ball the first drive in the end zone, overthrew the guy. After that, he settled in, and he made some great throws.
43-37 the final. A lot to get to. We're back with a look at the first half highlights. That's coming up next. Welcome back to the Bank of the West Husker football show. Nebraska, Purdue, Saturday night, first place on the line in the Big Ten West. Pretty good atmosphere, sellout crowd. This was a good college night.
This is a great crowd, great atmosphere.
Purdue gets the ball first. They're driving, and one of the few mistakes that O'Connell makes.
Yeah, right here. Just the only mistake he made. Malcolm catching the pick in the end zone.
So you get the ball back, but it's an empty possession. Didn't have many empty possessions in the game, but this one was an empty.
This is good. We thought we could throw at the corners. We thought we could throw at the secondary. Got to get more push up front.
Anthony couldn't get a first down, so you give the ball back, and they go on a nice drive, 9-play, 80-yard drive.
Yeah, they execute it. That's what I said. They're older offense. We just got to execute. Right here, we got to be on the dead ground and back. Booth got to be on it right there. Booth's right there. He's got to make the play right there.
7-0. Purdue gets the lead.
And on that play right there, you got Tommy up the sideline for a touchdown.
Huskers give up a sack on this drive, and they're not able to get the ball back.
Right here, Trey went inside. We thought he should have stayed outside on the go ball.
So Purdue then comes back and gets points, but only a field goal.
Yep, great throw. Defense did a great job holding to a field goal.
So you're down 10-0, but you were down a week ago, and you could learn from that experience.
Yes,
and you did fight back.
We've been there before. Okay, we go right here. Nice throw right here.
Good throw, and then you take a shot down to Oliver Martin.
Oliver is a big thing. He gets out there. It's a great job by Oliver. Great job. Oliver did a great job.
Terrific throw as well, and Jock Yant then finishes
right here.
Off.
Yeah, big body. Just told him, let's go, get in the end zone.
So a 10-7 game at this point in time. Purdue gets stopped, and your special teams
we got to get him.
Make a big play here with a block punt.
Yes, we got to get him down right there. We got to get him down. We was able to run him out. Yeah, great job. Just another block this week. Don't block. He came free. Joey did a really good job of scheming it up, get away from the ball.
So you get the ball back, and you get a drive down inside. You don't get a touchdown on this drive, you get points.
Yes, right here. Good job by Trey. Good job with the post.
Here, one of your 4 sacks you
Yes,
allowed.
right here. He's got to get the ball out, but Timmy came in and hit it right down the middle for us.
You and I talked about Timmy on your radio show. He made all 3 kicks in this game.
But we know we couldn't kick field goals on this team and win. We had to score touchdowns.
And Purdue does. They come right back, 7-play, 75-yard drive.
Yeah, and this thing about it, we gave the ball back to him. We got to make tackles right there. The kid Charlie was a pretty good player.
So here's one of a mistake that Casey had. He'd love to have this ball back.
Oh yeah, because you see Travis is wide open right there. Travis is wide open. It's a good job by Brew getting him down.
But the defense keeps him out of the end zone.
Yeah, held him again. The defense, they played. Held him again.
So a field goal here for Purdue. They go up 10 again, 20-10.
Now we got to do better ball control right here. We got to control the clock and not give it back to them because they was explosive. So another sack right there.
Back-to-back sacks on this drive.
Yes, right there. We got to fix that.
So they have a short field. You're getting late in the first half, and you're not able to keep them off the board.
Keep them out the end zone. We had to do a better ball control right there and just keep them off the field.
But 35 seconds left. You don't give up. You still get points.
No, Ramir comes in the game and gives us a big burst.
Nice run here.
Nice run by Ramir.
And then Casey has a big scramble.
Yeah, Casey has a really good scramble. He steps up in the pocket. Both tackles right here. Good block by Marcus right here. Casey get out of bounds. Good.
And then Bleak Road gets a field goal, gets you points, and gets you a little momentum.
Yeah, that's it. Go have momentum going into the locker room. That helped a lot. Made it a 2-score game.
Sure did. 27-13. So wild first half. Boy, folks, you haven't seen anything yet. Come back. Second half highlights up next. 27-13 to score at the half. You get the ball to start second half. This is a big drive. And
Yes, sir.
To start second half.
Yes, sir. We knew coming out the locker room, we said this is a big drive.
Find Travis down the seam. Good to get him back. He's playing hurt, though.
Yeah, he's playing hurt, but you know what? We're going to get him healed up this week and get him back going. Travis is a big part of this offense.
Now you find Trey Palmer. It's the Trey Palmer show in the second half, Coach.
Exactly. They can't run with him. They can't run with him. He knows that. They executed this play, but this time we're there to make it happen. We got to get him down, though. Gift's got to get him down. You got to wrap up. We got to squeeze.
You do get a stop on this drive, so you're down. You pulled to within 7. You get a stop, but then your offense can't get anything going.
Yes, and this is when we had to come back and tie it up 27-27, and we didn't get it done. We threw it out of bounds. He had him beat again.
So not able to move it. Purdue gets the football back after this incompletion here.
Yeah, and that was a shot. It was a good route by Marcus. He was open, but he was getting hit as he was throwing the ball.
Purdue gets it in your territory, but their kicker misses a field goal here.
Yes. Yeah, and it was rare this kid missed this field goal, But it's a big stop by the defense.
Yeah,
big stop.
So you're only down 7. I love this end around you got coming up here, Coach.
Right here. It's a good job by Alante blocking 6. Now, here we go. Let's go. Now, only thing I'm telling Trey, we got to get in there. We got to roll. But that was a big play. It's a big play.
So you're able to move it down in, but you have to settle for first and goal. You have to settle for 3.
Yeah, that's when you got to punch it in. Like I said before, we can't kick field goals to beat this team. We couldn't do that.
So you're down 4. They get the ball back and they put together a pretty nice drive.
Right there, we had somebody on the back, missed tackle right there.
And then a missed tackle here. They hit Sheffield on a quick slant. And he's able to score.
Right here. Got to get him down. Just basic things that we can fix, though. Everything on this film that can be fixed.
O'Connell throws for 391 in this game. You then start to burn Purdue deep in this game. This is a thing of beauty right here.
Trey, you run by him. He runs away from him.
Trey with a school record, Coach, 237 yards. We put a lot of football here.
Yes.
He's got the best game ever.
Yeah, and I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the way he played. He played hard. He's a little banged up also, so.
So now you're in the fourth quarter. You're down by 4.
Yeah.
Purdue comes back, but you stop them and make them kick 3, and it's still a 7-point game.
Exactly.
So pretty good job of the defense. Then we got an interception coming up here from Casey, and another one where I think we might have scored on the play that he throws.
Yes. Oh, yes. You had Trey. You had Trey again, and he just got out of his hand. Trey's going to run by him.
So they get the ball back. That leads to points. They drive it down, get a touchdown on you here.
Yeah. And listen, that's a great throw. That's an NFL throw right there. That kid really played a poised game, really good game. Now we thought we should have got a pick right there. I thought that was a bad call.
Interference on Quentin. They score and another terrific throw.
Yeah, great throw. Singleton's late with his left hand. He's got to get it in there.
But they missed the PAT, so you're down 13, and you answer right back.
Yes.
Trey just taking over the game.
Right here.
Get you down. Anthony Grant's going to punch it in. You make your PAT, so here we go. 6-point game.
6-point game. 6-point game, got in.
Couldn't get the ball back.
They held the ball quite a bit. They had,
almost 6 minutes.
Had 6 minutes.
So there was 5.
Yeah. Right
5:55.
And he held the ball. He held the ball the last minute right here. The last minute he held the ball, and that's the knee, and that's the game. Kids fought though. Kids fought.
Sure did.
They fought. We got to learn. We got to learn from this. We got to learn from this game.
Heck of an effort. 43-37 the final. We've got more of the show coming up next. We are back on the Bank of the West Husker football show. Oliver Martin has had quite a journey in college football, a couple different schools, but he's landed here in Lincoln, and we're glad he's here. Jessica Cootie has a closer look.
At the midway point through the 2022 season, the depth and talent in the Huskers wide receivers room has been on full display. But it was a strength of the offense discovered very early on, with high expectations in place immediately with Mickey Joseph arriving to coach the position.
That went back to the beginning of 2022, kind of when Mickey came in and some of the transfer guys came in, and Casey came in and Whipple came in, and when we started running routes and doing 7-on-7 work and then even spring ball, you could see that we had a lot of talent in our room, and it was a position group that you could bank on in games, kind of count on, just because of all the speed that we have and the talent, and it's hard to cover like 3 or 4 of us on the field at one time.
And Oliver Martin has been one of those receivers Casey Thompson can count on to make plays. The senior wide receiver out of Coralville, Iowa, was the top recruit in the 2017 signing class coming out of the state of Iowa, and an Army All-American, a multi-sport athlete that also excelled on the baseball diamond. But Oliver actually got his start in athletics in the pool.
I got into swimming. So my dad swam growing up, and then he swam in college at Northern Iowa. And I think he realized through his career swimming that it teaches you work ethic and how to pursue a goal. It's a very intense sport, so doing it every day, you got to be committed, and it teaches you how to work even harder than like a normal sport would.
So how did you go from swimming being the main sport and priority that you said when you were younger to being the football player and football being the path?
When I got to be a freshman in high school, I made the varsity football team, so that kind of naturally pulled me away from swimming a little bit. And it was either after my sophomore or junior year, I started to get some football offers, and then football and baseball offers, and then I started to focus on those a little bit more too.
Oliver won 8 Iowa high school state titles, including the 50-yard freestyle as a senior, and he was not even the best swimmer in his family. His 2 sisters, Ruby, swam collegiately at Arizona State, and Scarlett, a freshman currently for Iowa's swim team, and both qualified for the U.S. Olympic trials in Omaha last summer.
It's really awesome. They both are very, very talented and work extremely hard, so I loved going to watch them race, especially at the Olympic trials. When I watch like Ruby or Scarlett swim, I definitely am very into it. It's nerves watching them.
From the first time he met with his wide receivers, Mickey Joseph began to instill a mentality to battle and win every time the ball is in the air. A concept Oliver Martin embraces wholeheartedly as he takes the field, but a competitiveness he first learned on the water.
Oh yeah, swimming is definitely kind of where I developed my competitiveness. Especially when you're young, at least for me, I was naturally competitive, and then you go to swim practice every day, and every single like rep you do or set you do is like a race. Like I never wanted anyone to beat me. That's definitely where I developed being competitive, and that carried over to baseball and football definitely too. Just wanting to be the best at everything I did.
It was a crazy Saturday night in West Lafayette at Ross-Ade Stadium for the Huskers matchup of the Purdue Boilermakers. Let's check out the action in this week's Hy-Vee Sounds of the Game.
Saturday night in Western Indiana, and a spot at the top of the Big Ten West on the line as these 2 teams battle here this evening.
But Mickey is a guy that is supremely confident. He's always been an underdog. The perfect guy for this role.
Back to throw is O'Connell. Steps, throws toward the end zone. Looking out there, the Huskers are going to cover it and pick it off in the end zone. Casey going quick. Takes a shot deep down the field. Has a man out there. The pass is going to be caught at the 15-yard line. Oliver Martin. Under center goes Casey Thompson. Yank the deep back. They turn, give it off to Jock. Left side. Leans. He's in. Touchdown. Nebraska. Snap back. Casey looking to throw. Holds, throws deep down the field, looking for Palmer at the goal line, makes a catch, touchdown, Nebraska. Trey Palmer burns the secondary of the Boilermakers, and the Huskers do score on their opening drive of the second half. Snap back to Thompson. Stepping up, throwing deep downfield, has a man out there. Palmer again at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Trey Palmer. Burns that Purdue defense again down the far sideline. Casey turns, hands it off to Grant, pushes his way near the goal line. Touchdown, Nebraska! And it's a 7-point game. Extra point can make it a 6-point contest.
Back on the Bank of the West Husker Football Show bye week, your second one. What about the timing of this, and what's the plan for the next week?
Well, it's a good time for a bye week. We're gonna we're going to give them off today, bring them in tomorrow. Some of the coaches are in already, looking at the film if they didn't grade it on the plane. But give them off and try to get healthy. See who's healthy. See what young kids we need to get ready. We need to get some of those young D linemen ready. Some of those young linebackers got to get ready. But, just it's time for to play some young kids. They still got, 4 games before their red shirts, so somebody hasn't played need. So we're going to try to get some fresh legs in there.
And you can maybe get some guys healed and back in 2 weeks, right?
Yes, and then trust me, we're going to get the ones that need to sit, going to sit this week. We won't do anything with them. And this will be trying to just develop some young kids and see how many snaps we can get out some of our young players.
All right, have a good week.
Thank you.
All right, next show in 2 weeks, bye week, and then Illinois will come to Lincoln. We'll recap that for you in 2 weeks. My thanks to the entire Husker Vision crew and to you for watching. I invite you to join us again here in 2 weeks.